Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now fans, if you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, especially the quarterback carousel, you know things are heating up in a way that could shake the foundation of the AFC North. And for the Steelers, well, this news could be a game changer. A shift in power that might just accelerate their pursuit of a 7th Super Bowl title. What's actually happening? Rumors are swirling, and sources suggest that the Steelers are making a bold move, potentially acquiring Anthony Richardson from the Indianapolis Colts. Yes, you heard that right. Richardson, a player with incredible athletic potential but still unrefined as a passer, could be heading to Pittsburgh, and let me tell you, this isn't just a fantasy. It's a serious consideration that could redefine what the Steelers are building for the future. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Anthony Richardson, isn't he considered a project? Isn't he still raw with lots of developing to do? And you'd be right, he's a player who, in his brief NFL stint, has shown flashes of brilliance, especially with his legs, his ability to escape pressure, and make plays outside the pocket. But that's exactly what the Steelers need right now. They've been searching for a game-changing quarterback for quite some time. Kenny Pickett has shown promise, but he's yet to fully establish himself as a franchise guy. Mason Rudolph, well, he's been a backup for years, and while he's capable, he's not the game-changer the team desperately needs. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, they've been bandied about, but the Steelers seem to be eyeing something bigger, something with a higher ceiling, and Richardson fits that mold perfectly. Let's talk a bit about the current state of the Steelers' quarterback situation. Pittsburgh, historically, has been a franchise that values stability at the position. Think of Ben Roethlisberger, a legend who carried the team for nearly 2 decades. But in recent years, that stability has been shaken. Mason Rudolph, a guy who's been with the team for years, has been given chances but hasn't quite shown the consistency needed. Kenny Pickett, the rookie last year, showed flashes, but as we all know, it's a long road to becoming a franchise quarterback, especially in a division as competitive as the AFC North. And then, of course, there's the elephant in the room, rumors about veteran quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, and the possibility that Pittsburgh might be considering a veteran stopgap for a year or two. While Rodgers is a tantalizing option, bringing instant veteran leadership and playoff experience, that doesn't solve the long-term puzzle. The Steelers need someone who can grow with the team, someone who can be the cornerstone for years to come. That's where Richardson comes into play. His physical tools are off the charts, 6'4", over 230 pounds, with a 40-yard dash time that's among the best for quarterbacks in recent memory. His ability to extend plays with his legs and make explosive plays on the run is exactly what the Steelers' offense needs to diversify and become more unpredictable. Now, let's delve into the details of Richardson's NFL journey so far. He was selected high in the 2024 draft, a pick that raised eyebrows because he was raw, his accuracy and decision-making still needed refinement. But he's also a player who's shown flashes of brilliance in college, with a rare combination of size, speed, and arm strength. In his rookie season, he faced adversity, injuries, inconsistent play, and some coaching adjustments, but his potential remains undeniable. The thing is, Richardson's game is a bit of a double-edged sword. His arm talent is elite, but his mechanics need polishing. His accuracy, especially in tight windows, has been inconsistent. Yet his athleticism is what sets him apart, and that's precisely what the Steelers are looking for, someone who can create plays out of nothing, extend drives, and keep defenses honest. Imagine a Steelers offense with Richardson at the helm. The team already has talented weapons: Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, and a solid offensive line. Add a quarterback like Richardson, with his ability to scramble and make plays outside the pocket, and you transform the offense into a nightmare for defenses. Defensive coordinators would have to game plan for the run, the deep ball, and the scramble drills, all in one package. It's the kind of dynamic that could elevate Pittsburgh from a playoff contender to a true Super Bowl threat. Now, of course, trading for a young quarterback like Richardson isn't just about potential. There are risks involved. The Colts, as we know, have been inconsistent with Richardson, battling injuries and coaching changes. His development has been patchy, and there's always the concern that he might not reach his ceiling. But if the Steelers see the same spark that some scouts saw coming out of Florida, they might believe they can develop him into a top-tier NFL quarterback. And let's be honest, Pittsburgh has a history of developing quarterbacks. Ben Roethlisberger is the prime example. The Steelers are no strangers to investing in raw talent and turning it into championship-winning quarterbacks. And speaking of the Colts, they're in a bit of a transitional phase themselves. The recent signing of Daniel Jones on a one-year, $14 million deal indicates they're hedging their bets. They're not fully committed to Richardson, which opens the door for a team like Pittsburgh to swoop in, especially if the Colts are looking to rebuild or reset in the draft. Indianapolis has had their share of quarterback turmoil over the years, and Richardson's inconsistency, combined with injuries and coaching changes, might make him available at a reasonable price. The trade could involve draft picks, young players, or both, and that's something the Steelers are reportedly exploring behind the scenes. In the broader picture, this potential move is part of a larger trend we're seeing across the NFL: the shift toward quarterbacks who can do more than just pass from the pocket. The league is trending toward dual-threat quarterbacks who can extend plays, scramble out of trouble, and create chaos for defenses. Richardson fits that mold perfectly, and Pittsburgh, with its history of embracing innovative approaches under coach Mike Tomlin, could be the perfect landing spot for him. It's a marriage of need and opportunity, and if it happens, it could signal a new era for the Steelers, one where they're not just a defense-first team, but also an offensive juggernaut with a quarterback who can do it all. Now, let's not forget the other side of this equation. What does this mean for the AFC North? Well, if Pittsburgh lands Richardson and develops him properly, it throws a real wrench into the plans of Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. All these teams have invested heavily in their quarterbacks: Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Deshaun Watson, and a dynamic, mobile quarterback like Richardson could give the Steelers a significant edge. It's all about adding that extra gear, that extra element of unpredictability that can swing games in your favor. But it's not just about the quarterback. The Steelers have been building a solid roster around their new potential quarterback. They've re-signed key players, drafted promising young talent, and invested in their defense, which remains one of the league's best when healthy. The addition of a player like Richardson could accelerate their timeline, making them a serious contender in the AFC sooner than many expect. With a stout defense, a solid running game led by Najee Harris, and explosive playmakers on the outside, the Steelers could become one of the most balanced teams in the league, with Richardson's dual-threat ability acting as the finishing touch. Of course, nothing is certain in the NFL. Trades are complex, negotiations take time, and team needs can shift quickly. But the sheer possibility of Richardson becoming a Steeler has fans buzzing. It's the kind of bold move that could define an offseason, and for Steelers fans, it's an exciting prospect. Imagine the hype, the energy, and the hope that comes with a young quarterback with superstar potential leading your team into the next chapter. That's what makes this rumor so compelling. It's not just about what Richardson can do now, but what he could become with the right system, coaching, and support. Looking ahead, the Steelers' front office has a lot to consider. They need to evaluate whether Richardson's raw talent outweighs the risks associated with his development. They'll also have to negotiate trade parameters, draft capital, and salary considerations. But if they pull the trigger, it's a move that signals a clear intent to compete now and build for the future. Pittsburgh has always been a team that values toughness, resilience, and strategic thinking, traits that Richardson possesses in spades, even if he's still a work in progress. And as fans, we should be excited about the possibilities. This potential trade isn't just about acquiring a quarterback, it's about injecting new life into a franchise with a storied history, a passionate fanbase, and a championship pedigree. The Steelers are once again at a crossroads, and the decision to pursue Richardson could be the catalyst for a new era of success. We're witnessing a pivotal moment in Steelers history, and whether it materializes or not, the fact that we're discussing it shows how much potential there is for Pittsburgh to rise even higher. Now, I want to remind you all, this is just a prediction, a scenario that could happen if the stars align. But the NFL is unpredictable, and that's what makes it so exciting. One moment, a team is rebuilding. The next, they're contending for a title. The Steelers have the foundation, the history, and the desire to be champions again. If they add Richardson, well, that could be the move that pushes them over the edge. It could be the spark that ignites another deep playoff run, and who knows, maybe another Super Bowl victory. As the offseason unfolds, keep your eyes peeled for more updates. The NFL never sleeps, and the Steelers always have something brewing behind the scenes. Whether it's trades, draft picks, or strategic signings, Pittsburgh is always in the mix. And I, for one, can't wait to see what the future holds. The excitement around Richardson potentially donning the black and gold is real, and for Steelers fans, it's a reminder that the best is yet to come. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the faith that this team will continue to fight, adapt, and aim for greatness. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Richardson trade? Do you believe it's the right move for the team? Are you excited about the idea of seeing him develop in black and gold? Or do you think the Steelers should stick to their traditional approach and build through the draft and veteran signings? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers themselves. Remember, this is a community, and your voice helps shape the conversation. I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Steelers news, rumors, and analysis. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, keep the passion alive, go Steelers!